Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Today, we'll be talking about the Houthi second terror attack has been failed. This happened yesterday morning at 4 a.m. The UAE defences destroyed a missile launcher in Yemen.
UAE residents to enjoy a 5-day-long weekend for Eid al-Fitr.
We'll move on to an adorable story. People are praising a delivery driver for his heroic cat rescue.
And finally, we'll be talking about Khalid Ameri conquered his fear of heights and walked on the edge of a Dubai skyscraper.
Have you guys ever conquered your fears of anything? Let us know.
Let us know, and we'll be talking about our fears later on the show as well.
So let's jump into our top story. The Houthi second attack was failed. So the UAE defences destroy missile launched in Yemen, and the UAE Ministry of Defence, they shared a video showing an F-16 actually destroying this missile launcher in Yemen. You can see it on Facebook if you're watching, and on Instagram we just posted it. This happened immediately after two ballistic missiles had been launched at Abu Dhabi, which led to flashes in the sky, which were spotted by some residents yesterday morning at about 4 a.m.
It is quite an alarming visual. Now, the statement that was shared, it read the MOD, read Ministry of Defense, Joint Operations and Command. 1 second.
They announced, I think they announced at 4 a.m.
They announced it at 4 a.m., yeah. 4:10 hours on Monday morning, Yemen time, on F-16 destroyed a ballistic missile launcher at Al Jawaf immediately after it launched two ballistic missiles at Abu Dhabi. Now, they were successfully intercepted by our air defense systems, and people are all praised for our army and our defense ministry. And yeah.
And according to Reuters, on top of that, they said that this second attack, it actually targeted a base that was hosting US military, and it sent US troops into bunkers at the time. So prior to the first attack, which we all know, which killed 3 civilians and was actually targeted at civilian infrastructures, the ministry has already stated our full readiness to deal with any threats, adding that the ministry will take all necessary measures to protect the UAE from any attacks. That's the latest we have in terms of the kind of strife with the Houthi rebels at the moment. We have some comments coming in. A lot of people just kind of praising the fast action, praising our defense systems after seeing this video, because that was another attack that was directed at Abu Dhabi, and thankfully to one of the most sophisticated military systems in the world. Well done to the UAE for taking those missiles out. So we have less scary news to share this morning.
Honestly, this is a huge win for our defense system. And the visuals are super, like, it's alarming. You know, you see it and you're scared, but it's great to see how it was tackled so efficiently. So, of course, as the community is saying, and as everyone's saying, a huge round of applause to our defense systems. Now we move on a much lighter note, UAE residents to enjoy a 5-day-long weekend for Eid al-Fitr. Now, as we adjust to the new work week and weekend switch, we can't help but look forward to the next public holiday here in the UAE. But apart from the long weekend, UAE peeps are also wondering what the auspicious month of Ramadan will look like this 2022. Now, this year, Ramadan is all set to begin on Saturday, April 2nd, and go on until Sunday, May 1st. So this means that it'll be a 30 days of fasting, with the first day of Eid al-Fitr falling on Monday, May 2nd. Now, this would most likely result in a 5-day-long weekend starting from Saturday, April 30th until Wednesday, May 4th. Now, dates are subject to sighting of the crescent moon, of course.
Fasting hours for Ramadan will increase from 13 hours and 40 minutes to 14 hours and 20 minutes as the month progresses and as the sunlight the days get a little bit longer. Residents plan their schedules and work routines well in advance of the holy month. Thus, astronomical predictions of the crescent sighting help devotees plan ahead. So now you have those numbers and those dates to think about.
And you know your holidays well in advance. You can plan it in and just plan your vacations accordingly.
I've already done mine.
You've planned your vacation?
I've taken May 4th and May 5th off.
No, that's smart.
On the assumption that we'll have because then you have a little longer break.
That is genius.
Tell my sneaky holiday trip. I've never been this organized for holiday. I don't know what happened, but I just thought,
I think this year, like the last couple of years, we've just started getting all the information so much beforehand of the predictions of when Eid is going to fall and when Ramadan is going to happen. So it's like we know exactly the bracket we have and we plan accordingly.
100%.
This makes life so much easier in terms of taking breaks and leaves.
Yes.
And Ramadan is the best time in Dubai, just in terms of the
Oh,
restaurants
100%.
and hotels and amazing iftar meals. Oh my God, it's really the best time to be in Dubai.
It's true because I think it's January now, which in general can be like a bit of a blue month, but we have so much to look forward to.
Yeah.
The holiday period is coming. Let's jump into our next story. We're talking people praising a delivery driver for his heroic cat rescue. So nearly 230,000 people have watched a noon delivery driver save a cat from a tree yesterday. I think it's amazing. And the praise is rolling in, with some netizens suggesting this anonymous driver is even deserving of the UAE golden visa. I love how like the internet just throws things out there. DXB Bible said golden visa for this man. Yemen-UAE said what an amazing human, and Ahmed Shah said bless his good soul.
I love acts like this, and the footage reminds others of so this happened August of last year, the cat hero story, when a group of quick-thinking men saved a pregnant cat from falling to her death from a residential building at Fitr-People in Dera. Now, the amazing story was picked up by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, and those men were awarded with 50,000 dirhams each.
So since then, we've actually seen a lot of videos resurfing of people rescuing animals, leaving some naysayers to question the authenticity of each video, which I just think is so unfair. Like, whenever we've had probably about 4 good videos of animals being rescued since, right? There was the guy, there's a delivery driver on the road. There was a dog in the middle of the road.
Yes.
That was an amazing one. There's this rescue from a tree, and we've definitely seen another cat rescue on a street.
Yeah.
And every time it happens, everyone's like, "Oh, that's fake. They're doing it for 50K." It's like, no, they're good people.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I love that. Yeah, honestly, I love that you're saying this. What? Probably.
They're probably good people.
But even if they're doing it for the money, they're still doing something nice. How does it matter? You know, like people do the weirdest things for fame and for recognition, and you know those 15 seconds of fame on the internet. So why not do something good? And if you get rewarded at the end, like it's just a cherry on the cake. It doesn't even matter. Like,
yeah, and we always talk about the domino effect. So if this good deed inspires someone else who sees a cat that needs rescuing.
Exactly.
Like I always say, like these silly viral videos actually like sometimes change my mindset, because I'm like, if I saw a cat who was in danger, would I help them? And I'm like, maybe because I know that I should. Sometimes, you know, when you're like floating through life, you don't think, but sometimes I need little reminders to
exactly, and it just inspires
you
you
to
be a better person. Very true. And I think in this specific case, going up and rescuing a cat from a tree has its own dangers, because first of all, you can fall. Second of all, a panicked animal can always attack you. So it's just like, you know, like just snarl or like scratch. But taking the chance of like, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go up and try anyway. It's like, if he's doing it for the money, also like he deserves the money.
What if the cat was put there? That's what they question. That's what people question.
If the cat was put on the tree so someone could go up and rescue the cat.
That's what people question. I'm not saying it, I'm just saying. However, I have to laugh. There was a comment that came in right before the show from Ashley Fernandez. It said, "I rescued a bird, where is my golden visa?" And rightly so, Christopher was like, "You rescued a bird from a tree?"
It doesn't mention that was rescued from a tree.
I think he was just like making fun. Another guy was like, "Get this guy a Lambo." But like, look, 200, like it's a happy video. It's positive. 220,000 people have watched it, which goes to show how busy we all are in our daily lives, that we have time for these things. I do love these stories, and I know that I kind of sometimes play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, it's fake, but actually, I think they're great stories. I love to see them. Some more animal saving.
More animal saving, probably from us next time. Lovin Dubai team saves a stray cat and keeps it in their office.
We're getting a cat.
We're getting a cat, guys. Now,
we can see our boss Rich in the other room. I hadn't seen him until just now, and then we're getting a cat. cat.
We're getting a cat.
Breaking news.
We're getting a cat. Now, moving on, Khalid Ameri conquered his fear of heights by walking on the edge of a Dubai skyscraper. Now, there are people who are afraid of clowns, afraid of tiny circular holes. There's a term for that. And spiders. But Khalid Ameri is not afraid of clowns, spiders, or circular holes. He's afraid of heights. And just like a million other people around the world who have the same fright. Now, how do you get over those fears? You face them head on, and that's exactly what Khalid did. Now, Khalid faced his fears of heights by walking along the edge of a tall Dubai skyscraper 219 meters above the ground.
On his YouTube video, Khalid captured the video saying, "My entire life I've dealt with a fear of heights, so I'm deciding to confront my fear by walking on the edge of a building." I mean, that's definitely one way to do it for sure.
Now, Khalid started off the experience by Skyview's slide, but then took on the real challenge. And is his fear completely gone now? Who knows? But we know that there is, that he sure tried and he aced it.
I've seen these videos of people doing this skywalk.
Yeah.
It looks petrifying. Like, even if you're not, like, everyone is going to be frightened by that.
I love those kind of things. And the slide and I love heights, me personally.
You love heights. It's so interesting. I've never heard someone say, I love them.
Like roller coasters, heights, like anything that just gets that adrenaline rush or pump. It's like, I would love to try it out. But what about you? Do you have any fear of heights?
No, but fear of heights is actually one of the most common fears.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of like being at the top of the Burj Khalifa, maybe a little bit of vertigo, but I would find that pretty scary. Like, I've done a zip line, but I'd find it scary, but not to the point that I would call it a fear.
Okay.
Because I'd still
it's just that
power
normal.
through.
Okay, yeah.
But some of the most common phobias: fear of heights, fear of flying, fear of dogs, fear of injections and needles. Do you have any of those?
None. Of insects, yes. Of insects.
Yes, you do. When we've talked about whenever there's a bug in the office, yeah, you do have fear of insects.
I can't. It just grows like the creepy crawlies, like lizards and cockroaches and bugs and anything that crawls is just nasty. I can't. I for spiders.
But we're bigger than them.
Casey. But what if they just crawl?
They're more scared of us than we are of them.
Please. Oh, please.
Like, if they just crawled on us, imagine if we tried to like play with them.
I remember when the cockroach went on your side of the table.
Because that's a hygiene thing.
Oh, convenient.
It's a hygiene thing. I'm not, of all of them, cockroaches I least like. And if I know that it can kill me, I probably wouldn't be too happy.
Spiders, if you saw a big, ginormous spider on your table. You're okay with spiders? I don't know where you've grown up. I just don't think this is normal.
Countryside? Where did you grow up? Dubai.
City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think
Dubai versus country.
But do you have any fears?
Do I have any fears? None of these obvious
phobias.
ones. I don't have anything that I would classify as a phobia.
Okay, nothing. I thought we had a shared phobia of stage fright.
I would get very, very, very nervous if I had to speak on a stage.
Okay, the nerve.
But to the point of a panic attack and a phobia, I don't know.
Oh my God, I
Would
just
you?
can't. No, for me, I have the biggest stage fright. So anything that involves people looking at me and just like a meeting room or anything like a conference, no, I'm not gonna do it. Just never gonna do it.
How well suited are we to our jobs? Speaking of jobs.
Speaking of jobs, Casey. No, I sent you something on Instagram last night.
Simran has literally given me a reason to hand in my notice. Where am I going?
Either you can become a movie critic and you get $180,000 yearly.
That's not the one I saw.
Okay, guys. So
I did that thing where I read the title and then
you just like.
I just saw one and I thought that's what the
Was
job
that the panda one?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So now we're gonna give a few jobs that pay really well and they're fun jobs. So the first one is movie critic that pays you $180,000
No,
yearly.
it doesn't.
No.
Movie critics don't get 180. Like
I think the top critics then.
Probably like
The very top.
let's say, for example, when countries have like their top publishing houses or whatever, your top production teams, the guy at the very top of that. So like, yeah, maybe a New York Times movie critic will get $180,000, maybe, and a massive push. I don't think that's true.
Okay, so a water slide tester, $41,000 yearly.
I worked on water slides in the US.
Really?
I did a summer 3 months. I wasn't testing them. I actually had the job called sender,
Oh,
which is you stand at the top and
10 people down.
you go, go, and then the problem is you actually had to. There was like a little bump, and you had to pull people over the bump, and like some fit people would go, boop, but a lot of people just like sat there expected to be pulled. So it'd be like, and I made. Is there minimum wage in the US? I made very, very small amount of money. Not too
So
much. I
this
made
isn't true.
Well, I wasn't a tester. I was a sender, so I was
mean,
probably
it's
on the lowest rung of the water slide employment
You've had
scale.
such a colorful career. Like you've had the most colorful. You were a nanny, right, for some time, like a babysitter.
No.
No, you did some. Okay, you were a teacher, not nanny. Sorry, a babysitter.
As a teacher, I had a really fun job once, cold calling people, trying to sell
Call center, yeah.
water pipes and things in their houses and like door frames. I was like, you really need this.
You tried other things as well.
I did a ski season, so I worked in a ski chalet for a couple of months. I worked at a sweet shop, a chipper. I think that's pretty normal.
And then the water slides, water park.
And I did that job on the street where you have to, when you're selling charity donations. So I worked for a multinational charity, but got paid for it and had to like stop people on the side of the street being like, hello, do you have a second for this charity? And then try to encourage them to give their bank details over on the side of the street. But yeah.
That's amazing. And professional shopper, $70,000 yearly. Like we know one personal shopper, right?
Nicole on Trend.
Nicole on Trend, right? And well, yeah, it seems like she does well.
She seems like she does well. Yeah. But that's obviously then again at the top of your field.
$70,000.
But I want to go to the one that lured me in to this segment.
Oh, this is good. Just the ice cream testers, Panda Nanny.
Panda Nanny?
Is that your dream?
Panda Nanny? I don't think I read the name before. Panda Nanny is amazing.
That sounds like Casey's dream job. I've never seen Casey so excited.
We should have a pickup. A Panda Nanny.
$50,000 yearly?
$50,000 yearly. Interesting.
What's
your favorite of these?
I would think the ice cream one. Ben and Jerry's Flavor
Guru.
I like what they call them.
I used to eat a lot of Ben and Jerry's in my time.
Up to $200,000 yearly. Why don't you have Ben and Jerry's now? Now they have vegan flavors, low-fat flavors.
Yeah, but it's still not. It's still tricky to eat on a daily basis. I used to go to Ben and Jerry's, buy the tubs, and then probably not for even clean the tubs, but just like stack them up in my room. So I just had like stacks of like dirty tubs. And I thought that was like, this was peak. Like, and then you get it. Yeah. And then one time I actually stole a few.
So you used to finish the ice cream and then make the tower of Ben and Jerry's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But like I probably never even cleaned them. It was probably just like, these are like the small tubs you get when you go to the movies.
Okay.
So you can do a lot.
With the tiny ones. No cockroaches, no insects.
Well, maybe that's why I'm so okay with them. They were part of my life. Favorite, yours is Ben and Jerry. I'm going to be a Panda Nanny. Rich, we're handing our notice in as of now. We'll do it at the month and then.
I mean, first let's apply and see if we get it and then hand in our notice, no?
Take that back. On that note, it's going to be a busy day ahead, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're interested in any of our stories, we're going to post this immediately onto IGTV if you're watching, and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, podcast. You guys know the drill. That's it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Stay safe and wash your hands.
Bye.